I'm good. Can't complain.
Good. I like that. I like hearing that a lot. You could complain, by the way. I mean, if you wanted to, today actually is a day where you could complain.
I'll choose not to today.
Okay. Good. I like that. Tell us what it was like for you last week. Senior night, Viejas Arena. It's a place where, in a short amount of time, relatively speaking, KJ, you made an incredible impact on the fans and on the program. What was it like for you to be honored before the 12,414?
It was amazing. It was something that I would never forget. It was just an honor to have everybody there to celebrate me, Yanni, and Nolan, and to get the reception that I got in just a short time here is just a testament to my hard work and the coaches' hard work and everything that we've done over this year. So it was a great night. It was a special night, and it was one I will never forget.
I'm sure you had lofty goals when you decided to come to San Diego State. You've told us a little bit about that before. Like, you expected to be good and successful here and be part of a good team. But man, I can't imagine that this hasn't exceeded even your wildest, like your loftiest of expectations.
I agree. To say that, I would think to start off the year, 26-0 would be a bold-faced lie. So just that streak in itself was just a testament to show that this year was going to be something that I haven't seen any like before. So I'm just taking it all in. I'm not really hanging my head on one certain thing. I'm just grateful that everything is kind of falling in place like they have this year.
Well, you settled in very well with the San Diego State Aztecs, as everybody has watched. KJ Feagin joining us on Extra 1360. Up next, though, this is a little bit of unfamiliar territory because you get a Mountain West Conference tournament. You've not been a part of one of those, and you guys are on your way to the NCAA tournament. So how exciting is this for you? Not just with a conference tournament, you've played in those, but also what's coming up next, knowing what lies ahead. As good as it's all been, it must be even more exciting to think about what's coming.
Right. It just feels like a whole new season is upon us with the regular season ending. This is the start of, where all the real hoopers show their real talents and show that, they're ready for March and the madness that comes with it. So I'm just excited to get out there on the floor with my team Thursday morning and get this conference tournament started. And that's what I'm focused on right now. We want to secure the Mountain West Championship. And after we do that, then we'll move on to bigger and better.
How do you do that? How do you mentally make sure that you're focused with what's coming up, which is Thursday morning, 11:30? You don't even know who you're playing yet, but you know what the schedule looks like Thursday, then if Friday, Saturday. How do you not, though, like start thinking, hey, that's where the real hoopers are, man. That's the NCAA tournament right around the corner.
hmm Oh, I mean, I just respect the teams in our conference. We know that we've had a plethora of close games throughout the conference. It wasn't easy winning our conference. I know that we went 17-1 or whatever the record was, but it wasn't an easy task. So it starts with us respecting opponents within our conference first and knowing that we have to bring our A game and knowing that every team in the tournament right now feels like it's their time to be that Cinderella team or it's that time to make their run and be in the NCAA tournament. So we have to bring our best shot. We can't just overlook the Mountain West tournament and act like it's already handed to us. So it just comes with respecting your opponents and knowing that we're getting everybody's best shot at the end of the day.
We talked to you about you were an offensive minded player. And well, let me rephrase that. We talked about your scoring averages being different at Santa Clara than they were here at San Diego State. And you gave us one of the great answers that we've heard all season about I could average 20, but we wouldn't be 20-0 or whatever you guys were at the time.
Right.
What kind of were you? How did you get so good defensively? Or were you always this good and maybe we just didn't realize it from your previous stop?
Yeah, I feel like I've always been this good defensively. I've always had this ability to defend like that. But with the role I had at Santa Clara, I just wasn't in the type of shape that I need to be to give that offensive performance and shut the best player down on defense. So I just, think that I'm in better shape this year, and I'm just around a lot more talented people and a lot more talented players. So, your game is kind of elevated when you're around this much talent. So it's just a testament to my hard work, but it's also the pieces around me that are making me look better as well.
So there's a different kind of approach to an off season than if you're focusing on defense or offense, or am I hearing that right?
No, I just think at Santa Clara my last year, it taught me that, when you're the best player, you just need to be in the best shape of your life. And I just wasn't in the type of shape needed to be to carry that load. So it was just a mental thing, a personal thing, knowing that, sure, I may have performed and I averaged 18 points, but on a defensive end, I just wasn't performing the way I needed to. And that just came down to my conditioning and things of that nature. So after I recovered from my foot injury, I just tried to get in the best shape possible so that I could give my all on both ends of the floor.
Do you like playing defense?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, it's no skill required to it. I think it's all mental, and it's all something that you put your mind to. So in the midst of competition, playing defense just becomes natural, and it becomes an easy job.
There's no skill in playing defense. I mean, I've got a million NBA jokes in my mind, but I mean, some of the great defensive players, though, they'll say they watch like hip movement, things along those lines. Like
Right.
it's just you. It's out there on the court. It's just desire day of game.
Yeah, I mean, of course, those are little nuances that you recognize that you're taught, but I just think it comes down to mentally getting through your head that, I'm just not about to let this guy go past me. So, I mean, if there's skill involved in that thought process, then so be it. But in my head, it's just something I put to my mind and saying, like, I'm just not going to let him get by me.
Love that. KJ Feagin is joining us on Extra 1360. How's your ankle?
It's doing well right now. It looked a little scarier on camera, but it's not as bad as it looked. As you can see, I was able to go back out there and playing and been getting treatment nonstop the last 2 days, so it feels good. I should be able to play Thursday.
Okay, good. Like hearing that as well. You're right. It did look scary. Even your head coach came on yesterday and said immediately what went through his mind. He started doing the math, thinking about how many days it would be until the NCAA tournament. So he wasn't thinking like you're coming back from that or even the Mountain West. He's like, how much time do we have between now and the start of the NCAA tournament? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he told me that after the game when I got done being interviewed for the post-game interview. He told me that he immediately thought that I was going to be out the Mountain West tournament, but I knew that I was going to be able to play Thursday. I've been playing basketball my whole life, so I know what type of ankle sprain it was as soon as it happened. So I knew that I would be able to play Thursday, so I'm ready.
Good, because like you said, sometimes those look pretty scary,
Right.
and we all start like moving and bending our feet around like it's anything even close to what you guys are dealing with in that moment. Some of the awards were announced today. I'm sure you're aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple quick thoughts on your head coach being the Mountain West Coach of the Year, obviously. Malachi Flynn being the Player of the Year. How about Malachi being the Defensive Player of the Year?
With Coach Dutcher being the Coach of the Year, I think that just was, the clear choice. Going undefeated on the road, I think that that's a feat within itself. So getting a group of guys prepared to go on the road and go out to battle and win every game like that is just a testament to his wisdom and his knowledge and his care for the game. So all props to Coach Dutch. I think he's very deserving of that. And Player of the Year, Malachi Flynn, I think that that was a unanimous decision as well, and that was an easy decision for me. I've been saying it since about the middle of the season. He's the best guard in the conference, and he's been showing that, and he kind of capped it off with a 36-point performance in Nevada. So, and with the Defensive Player of the Year, it is what it is. I thought that I was the best defender, but for it to be in the Aztec uniform, I think that's just a positive within itself. So I'm not going to let that turn into me being hateful or jealous toward my teammate. I'm glad that he got it. And he was very deserving of it. Having 51 steals in 18 games or so is incredible. So I'm just glad that all of these awards are coming back to Aztec Nation.
Yep, and a couple of guys on the first team and the all-defensive team as well. Yeah, maybe they got you and Malachi confused a little bit. But what did you think about Malachi going? And no disrespect here. I mean, but what did you think, KJ, of him taking the Twitter and saying, hey, I'm blessed to get this award, but my dog, KJ, like he deserved this one without a doubt.
Well, it was crazy because we were actually sitting right next to each other because we were both getting a haircut before the conference tournament, and he kind of looked at me, and I told him like it's okay, I don't want him to feel like he stole my shine or he stole anything from me. It's it's an award given out by the coaches, and that's their opinion, so that doesn't change anything about my game or his game or our relationship, and he knows that. So it is what it is. They have their say in what that award goes to, but in terms of us being good teammates and being good on the court, we're just fine.
Okay, good, because you guys are next to each other. You're both getting your hair cut on a Tuesday morning.
Right.
And you find out about that.
Right.
And he's like, I'm going to put this tweet out there. And you're like, cool, thanks, man, appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a quick little exchange, let everybody know we're good, and on to the next.
I like, too, that you guys know that, the lights are getting a little brighter with the conference tournament, so you got to make sure that, you're trimmed up well.
Of course, my mom don't want me on TV with a bad haircut, so I had to make sure I got it chopped off.
I'm thinking, beard trim too? What do we do?
Yes, I'm keeping a beard. I'm letting it grow. I think I'm going to let it grow throughout the conference tournament, NCAA tournament. So we'll see how long it gets.
Okay, so what might that look like in a couple of weeks' time? I don't know what your rate of facial hair growth is.
Maybe a little baby James Harden-ish.
But a James Harden who plays some defense, though, right?
Yes.
All right, good. Let it go out there a little bit, man. It's your time to shine, right? Like the lights are getting brighter, so you got to look good. You got to look at your best if you're going to hit the national stage.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, you guys had time for haircuts today. Did you get out and vote today?
No, I did not get out and vote today. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you still got time.
But
I'm sure you can figure it out.
Maybe I'll make time for it after practice.
Okay, good. Priorities: haircut, practice. Priorities. Yep. Democracy, we'll worry about that sometime later. KJ, we appreciate it. Good to know the ankle's doing well. Congrats on the recognition today from the conference. We always appreciate it. Love talking with you. Thanks so much for the time.
No problem. You guys have a great day.